Listen, this was a lot harder on me than it was on you. Look, I love you, and I cherish you with all of my well-being. I I loved spending time with you. You also make me feel super happy, and I had never felt happy, this kind of happy before. You put a smile on my face than anyone or anything. Silent treatment. I guess I understand. But when I first brought you here in my home, well, our home, I thought you would like it. Like, I mean, sure, it's not the top 5-star, 10-star home. It's still a home. And best I didn't put you in the basement, so that was also a point. I could have put you in the basement, but I didn't. The basement was too cold, too damp, too not roomy, you know? I didn't want to put you in that. No. And here I thought you'd be freaking grateful for that. I thought anybody would be like grateful to not put into a basement or anything of some sort. And yes, I know. I may not be the top best cook around, but I do my best to give you food on your plate. And top it off, I even give you freedom. I mean, sure, when I let you outside, there is a limit to how far you can go, considering how I have this ball chain wrapped around you. Really, I mean, at least the chain was very, very long, so you can like go a little far out, but not too far to the point that you would, escape, you know? But most of all, I even given you my heart. But you know what you've done to my heart? You broke it. You called me a monster and tried to escape more times than I can even count. So, of course, I had to give you your punishments. And, of course, they are not the great of punishments. What kind of punishment is a good one? But you know what I mean. But I just thought, you know, those punishments can teach you some sort of lesson. First one was tasing you to stop you from leaving the room after I wanted you to stay in the room. How hard was it? I wanted you to stay in the room, but you couldn't do that one little thing. So, what I did was just taste you. But not too badly, just enough. The second punishment was chopping off your tongue. I'll have to admit, seeing that blood squirt out of your mouth, I just couldn't help but to just lick your lips from the blood. Your blood is so... Sorry, I digress. But I had to chop off your tongue because you spit out my food. And I worked really hard on making you that food. I mean, yeah, sure, you saw your friend's, what was it, arm or piece of a torso or something like that. It had like a tattoo on it, and I guess that gave it away. But I worked really hard, and that meal took me all day to make. I mean, I get it. It was your friend. But it was still food. And you want to go and waste it by spitting it out. And that hurt me. That was really disrespectful on how you just spat out that food. I had just made, and it took all day. I worked so hard on it. And you're going to do that. So I had to chop off your tongue. Third punishment, I chopped off your left leg for trying to escape. I cooked up your leg and forced you to eat it. But at least it wasn't, a whole leg that I had to force feed you. At least it was a little bit. So, the fourth punishment was to chop off your right hand. That's for, throwing things at me. I get it. You were mad at me. You were. But that doesn't give you an excuse to throw things at me. You even threw scissors at me. And it literally gave me a scar on my right eye. It hurts. And it hurts so much knowing it, you were the one that was, throwing it. Someone that I loved. But sadly, you had to get one more punishment. And you broke my heart. When you said that you didn't love me. After all I've done for you. Given you my love. Say something. Right. I almost forgot. Silly me. You're just a head now. The last punishment was death. I buried your body somewhere, but I decided to keep your heart and your head in the jar. But I just thought I'd come in this room and have a talk with you. It's been a while since we had a talk. Well, me doing the talking. You're just, there. Anyway, I must go now. I had stalked someone for a while. Who knows? That person could love me more than you ever had. I'll keep your heart and head here as trophies, or maybe as a reminder that you didn't love me. It's sad. I wanted to marry you, but you didn't love me. You didn't want to stay by my side for all eternity. We could have been perfecto together. But you chose your path, and I had to do what I had to do. Anyway, goodbye.